What is the real problem with James Gunn shutting down Scoops? Next up on Just the Talk So, let's talk about it. And welcome to the Flicks, Picks, and the Nitpicks, and I am your humble host, Nove 718, and we'll get right to it today, baby. Because the last episode, we talked about James gunning down all Scoops. And now we're going to have to talk about the real problem with James Gunn shutting down Scoops. You know what the real problem is? Because everybody's talking about it online. Is it right for James Gunn to do this? Especially one YouTuber in particular. I didn't name her in the first one, but I'm going to say right now, Grace Randolph. And I don't say this in insult. I say this as a statement of fact. She was the one talking about it, saying that she felt that she didn't think that it was wise for James Gunn to be commenting on Scoops. Now, in all honesty, she is right. But when she started to talk about how the Scoopers, keep the chatter going on your movies and keep the interest going, because you start to feel the real ripple. They'll be the epicenter of it, the vocal minority, the vocal minority, but they'll be out there speaking, and you'll get the ripple effects of chatter that make people want to continuously talk about your film before it comes, and it's free advertising. So in that respect, this space is very well cultivated and needed to also kind of like figure out how engage the audience. Yeah. But as she spoke on it, you start to catch what that's also about. There's a business incentive for the Scoopers to not have James Gunn shut down Scoops, because he could show who's full of ish as a Scooper. He could say, nah, these people are straight lying, because now when he shuts down all y'all Scoops, all the other movie Scoops you have are going to come into question. And then you're going to have more people really going through your Scoops with a fine-tooth comb, trying to figure out, are you hustling the people? Because remember, you guys do get money. Super chats. You get Patreons. You get there's a lot of bread in this, and James Gunn gunning down all these Scoops. He's starting to pour. He could actually pour some of you guys' dinner buckets in the way of that, and he has the potential to pause some of your dinner buckets. If not even pause it, lighten up your bucket trough. Oh yes, because it'll put you guys into question for all the Scoops that you've had on other films. That you say, oh, I'm 100%, I'm almost positive, I filtered it. Are they filtering it? Or are you just pulling this from other sources? As soon as one Scooper drops their scoop, you just start talking about it as soon as it hits, and make it seem like this was your scoop. Like me, my channel is all about the talk and the chat, so I have to go listen to what the conversation is. I read comments, and I try to do my best to get a sense of it, so I could talk about it from my perspective, and if my perspective is interesting enough for others to want to listen to, tell other people about, like, share, subscribe, And as you see my subscribership, I'm doing a horrible job so far with all the videos that I have produced. But I'm out here doing it because I love it. Eventually, I like to earn the right to request some sort of funding, but I haven't earned that right. So I can speak honestly. And this is where I want to be able to find my personal lane. But when you're a scooper, your lane is the scoops. The accuracy of it, the fact that I got people on the inside. And if you got someone not from the inside, no, the head of the studio is coming out saying, now that's bullshit, and now he's engaging. It's not James Gunn, the director. No, James Gunn, the co-chair. James Gunn, the Feige. This is the equivalent of Feige saying, y'all full of it. And not just that, tweeting it directly to who it is. Because now you're saying, he's letting you know, I know you're on my radar. I'm shutting all of that shit down. So when I hear scoopers wanting to tell their fandoms to, and almost kind of, if not gaslighting them, if you will, I'm using that term. I normally don't use it, but if not gaslighting them, definitely endorsing by way of silence, in terms of not saying, hey, I don't think it's wise for us to just be shitting on James Gunn. No, you want them to come at James Gunn because you don't want to make that move, and that's not cool. And I get it. I get the hustle. I tell people all the time, I get the hustle. I'm up for a hustle. Because I know, because if you can hustle me, you deserve it, because I'm not too easy to get hustled. And if you do, more than likely because I let you, because I kind of knew you was already running the game. I just wanted to see where it would go. But again, there's a hustle behind this. People gotta want to get their bread up off of it. And can you fault them? Do you fault them? Nah, I don't. If you do something well, you should get paid. Get your money. But I also see what the real issue is with this. I'm not blind. He could fuck it up, so now anything that people hear, he shuts it all the way down. So that's weeks of information weeks of content. That's how he shuts down the money. You can't keep jerking the algorithm. If he comes out and says, nah, that's bullshit, then there's not going to be much conversations on scoops and information. So now we can only talk about what he says or the official stuff. Then you're no longer scoopers. No one needs to come to you for the scoops. We just have to come to you for the conversation about what's out there. It'll be a lot less speculation videos. We can speculate on what's given, but there'll be a lot less of speculations on each and every scoop that's out there. And that's a lot of YouTubers that can get a lot of cachet just for the content. You giving me something to work with, talk about, so I could put it out to the masses, so I could get a financial return via the views or whatever I got negotiated. If it's my channel is monetized with YouTube, to super chats and all the rest of it. Yo, you know how real it is. I seen this. there's a YouTuber. Oh man, this motherfucker. He's hilarious to me. Every time I see him, I don't be wanting to laugh at it. But bro was talking that he had a whole lot of mental issues and stuff like that. And Dan there was talking about he was one step away for offing himself. And I don't find that shit to be funny. But I thought it was weird that the video was out there, because like that's weird. But I also understand that a lot of people don't really, they just need attention and stuff like that. But so I wasn't really tripping. He probably, that was his cry for help, cry for some people. I need people to talk to. But then as I'm watching some of the videos, it's like I couldn't keep a straight face, because it looked like he couldn't keep a straight face while he was talking. And it seemed like it was one whole hustle. But I didn't want to say nothing. I was like, yo, bro, okay. And I felt bad. I used to check his channel every now and again. I'm like, yo, just in case if I'm bugging. Ever since homie been streaming, now he can, guess what? I think you have to get a certain amount of hours of views, something like that. I forget how it works before you can officially be streaming. But now that he's streaming, I haven't been going in this stuff, so I don't know. But that means that he's also getting super chats and stuff like that. He has the option to get those, and he is ingratiated. Like, he has way more followers than I do. You know what I'm saying? And but that's not hard to do with me. You know what I mean? in any event, ever since then, he's a different tuber. And it's like weird. Like, it was like, and then you know what it was to me? He did all of that to get people to feel bad for him, to drive traffic to his channel. And with the people he's connected with, because he had fellowship in this YouTube game, he was able to get where he needed to be. Now, we could always argue that maybe he just came out of his depression and all of that, and now he's in a great space. Fine. And I'm not going to here to knock nobody in their issues, because everybody has personal issues. But I peeped it because it was like, yo, now you getting bread. You seem pretty good now. And I'm almost positive you'll never see videos like that again, because now he can get money. Unless he hits a place where he stalls at. But till then, I don't see these sad videos. Especially on the channel that I thought was all about movies. But now we're bringing in our personal business. But like I said, I see YouTubers do it all the time. They're one step away from talking about politics. You're one step away from wanting to talk about Trump. You're one step away from wanting to talk about Biden or Hunter Biden. Because that's what you really want to talk about. But you use the veneer of films to do it. The bottom line is once it's economical, there's always going to be a hustle around it, or that can be attached to it easy. So because of such, I try not to expect too much, because at the end of the day, we all want this. I said in the comments before, yo, if you could get money off of doing this all day long, you think you don't want to? Stop it, man. We all here to get a check. We just hope we can get a check having fun talking about the shit we love. And for some people, talking about the shit they don't like or don't love. You know what I'm saying? That's really the point of it. The big worry about Gunn talking directly to scoopers and talking directly to the people about what is and isn't is a direct threat to a lot of people's business who has been centered at being the center of information of what you know, and most importantly, what you do not know. I got the inside scoop, but when the head of the studio says, nah, that's bullshit, then that shuts it down. But what's even weirder is hearing people getting mad that he shut it down. And now they feel like he owes them more information now if you're going to shut down my favorite scooper. Because that's what they really want to say. But I'll get into that a little deeper later, because I really wanted to focus on the real reasoning why people have an issue with James Gunn coming down saying it. And I want to look at the other side of it, because Grace Randolph was still right. The scoopers keep the industry interesting with the chatter. Now the question is, at this point, is all interest good interest? I don't know, because now that we have the internet, you have people tweeting at people now and harassing people via the tweets, or roasting people via the tweets, which generates more chatter and talk and whatnot. And for those that love to listen to it, they'll get nothing. They'll have all different types of hours long streams just talking about how much they hate James Gunn. And I don't knock the hustle. I just can't. Or not even have hours long streams about James Gunn. They'll have hours long streams talking about other YouTubers that talk about James Gunn. And then YouTubers having YouTube videos about other YouTube videos. All of this get tied up, because at the end of the day, when James Gunn starts shutting a lot of people's shit down, then a lot of the dream and hope trains that we're riding on will cease to exist. And so I get it with the fandom that once the Snyderverse restored, and we follow our scoopers that give us a lot more validating information that we might be going towards it. So we fight for each step of hope, if you will. But at the end of the day, when the guy at the top says, nah, that's not right, there goes your whole house of cards, and you can't even dream or think on anything else. So what do you do now? You put a target on James Gunn. Or so that may seem to be what they're deciding to do. It's hilarious, it's interesting, it's fun. I'm gonna sit back with my popcorn and watch from afar. But you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you feel where I'm coming from? Get in the conversation. Let's get into talking. Let's chop it up about this topic. And as always, like, share, subscribe. See you next time. And as always, till I have a better outro, chill.